Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Galletto Rossonero here with you guys. The day after the derby, the big Milan win, strameritato. We destroyed Inter for about 65 minutes. They couldn't touch the ball. But we're doing a overall review, guys, of the games yesterday. A lot of important games. Fiorentina Juventus ends 1-1. Milan-Inter, they win 3-2. And, of course, the afternoon game, Lazio Napoli. Napoli coming out with a big 2-1 victory. But, guys, I want to talk about these coaches. So, if I'm a Juventus fan and if I'm an Inter fan, after listening to what the coaches said after the game, I personally would be furious. So, Fiorentina-Juventus. It ends 1-1, guys. Fiorentina could have scored a second goal. Jovic misses the penalty shot. And that is the only reason why Juventus won this game. Juventus, guys, in the second half, didn't pass the midfield line. Could barely put 4 passes together. And didn't have a shot on net. Forget creating occasions. Just a shot on net. In the first half, 4 shots in total. Only 1 on net. The Milan goal. Everything else out. And at the end of the game, guys, by the way, in that game, Fiorentina, 17 shots towards the net, guys. 17. Fiorentina against Juventus. So, after the game, Allegri comes on and he says, you know what? We had a decent game. It wasn't bad. We missed a bit of cattiveria sotto porta. McKennie, he could have scored that goal. What are you talking about? You did not create nothing. Nothing you created. What good performance. 1-1. And you should have lost the game. Why are you saying that you had a good performance? Guys, Juventus this season, there are 2 wins and 3 draws in 5 games, guys. If I'm a Juventus fan and I listen to Allegri, I am pissed. Not only did you leave Vlahovic on the bench for 90 minutes because you said that there's the PSG game coming up, blah, 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 blah. When they ask you, did you rest him for the PSG game? Is it good? And you answer, yeah, we did. But, it's not the important game, the PSG game, the Benfica game, and the Maccabi Haifa game. Those are the ones that are important. Why are you sending this message that PSG game is not important? You need to get points from this PSG game. Are you assuming that you're losing right away? Why are you assuming? Why do you think that by the way you're playing now, you are going to beat Benfica? I am not sure you will. The way you're playing now, not at all. So, to say, you know what, guys, let's forget PSG where it's a loss anyways. Like, that mentality, I can't take it. And I feel, like, I don't know if he's serious when he says these things, but I feel like he's taking everybody for a ride. All these Juventus fans, guys, I would be so upset that my coach said that you played well yesterday when you didn't create anything. I would be so upset. Same thing with Mr. Inzaghi. So Inzaghi, Inter goes up 1-0, and then they disappear for 60 minutes. They make error after error in the midfield, loose balls. They don't have that voglia to win the contrast. They didn't have that. They didn't create any pressure. They were dominated for 60 minutes. Milan could have scored 6-7 goals yesterday. And I hear people blaming Andanovic. Oh, he was late on this. He was late on that. Inzaghi after the game. It's easy for people to criticize my choices. Excuse me? You're the coach. You're paid to make choices. You have to make the right ones. Lukaku is not there. You can't put Lukaku on the field. Perfect. Who is the next person that is similar to Lukaku? Dzeko. Dzeko last year had a decent season. Dzeko creates options in the front. He creates spaces in the front. He's a big dude. He can get the crosses. You put Correa. Correa looked like a chicken without a head in a chicken hen. That's what he looked like yesterday. He was running around and he didn't do anything. Besides that pass for Brozovic where they scored a beautiful goal, and I said it yesterday in my review, the way Lautaro held the ball, found Correa and Correa opening up for Brozovic. You did not create nothing until like the 70th minute when Milan had their own little blackout for about 10 minutes. That is it. And then you had the same discussions that you had after the Lazio game, saying that, oh, if Dumfries would have scored the game. But he didn't. You can't go on saying if this, if that. He didn't. Yesterday, if Çalhanoğlu would have scored, it would have ended up 3-3. But you didn't. You didn't score. Magnan saved it. And so you lose the game. And so saying that if this, if that, if here, if there, you're not going to go nowhere. You're not going to go nowhere. And you know what? Inter has 3 wins and 2 losses already in 5 games, guys. They lost the 2 big matches against Lazio and against Milan, direct opponents for the Champions League, guys. So if you're happy being an Inter fan and listening to Inzaghi say, you know what, if we could have done better here, we could have done better if we scored here, if we scored there. No, it doesn't work that way. You have to make the right choices from the beginning. You have to make the right choices from the beginning. Darmian, guys, played a good game, but Darmian, as good as he wants, you have Di Marco for the left-hand side. Why don't you make him play? You have Gosens that you paid 30 million euros that he was supposed to be your replacement for Perisic. Why isn't he playing? You know what? You need to make the right choices. Dzeko, guys, I think would have been a better choice than Correa. I think he put him in too late. You saw that Barella was off. Like yesterday, Barella was off. Why didn't you put Mkhitaryan at halftime? Why didn't you try to create something? Why make the changes only when you were 3-1 down? Why didn't you try to change something before? I don't get it. At the opposite, Pioli saying, you know what? I like this part of the team. I like that part of the team. I hated this part of the team because for 20 or 15 minutes, Inter could have scored the 2 goals. You know what? He's saying, you know what? My team, those 15 minutes, they sucked. They needed to do better. They didn't. So why don't coaches just say, you know what? Today, I made the mistake. I made the formation. I didn't put the right people. And the mentality of my players on the pitch today sucked. They need to get better. Same thing with Allegri. No, everything's always fine. Everything, I can't stand it. Then there was the Lazio Napoli game. Lazio guys playing the first couple of minutes very well. Zaccagni scores a beautiful goal. And then even them, they disappeared. And it was all Napoli after that. And Napoli guys, we criticized Napoli. I criticized Napoli. A lot of people criticized Napoli for losing the entire backbone of this team. Fabian Ruiz, Insigne, Koulibaly, Ospina, name them. Guys, the kids that they brought in. Carvacella is a superstar. He's not good. He is a superstar. And if we give him a chance to play, this kid is going to score 20 goals by the end of the season. I think he already has 3 or 4. So, you know what? Kim yesterday scoring as well. Nobody's noticing that Koulibaly is not there. So, give credit where credit is due. Napoli doing a very good job so far at this beginning of the season. They're top the table with Milan. Obviously, Roma has to play today. We'll see what they do. But so far, guys, like these coaches, they got to do better. Like I said, Inzaghi yesterday for 60 minutes got dominated. He didn't touch the ball. You can't go out after and say, you know what, if you would have scored here, if you would have scored there. Yeah, but you didn't. You didn't score and you had a crappy mentality for 60 minutes. You didn't press. You didn't run after the ball. You were completely squished in your half for the rest of the first half after you scored the goal. And you know what? It's too easy to blame Mandanovic all the time. Like I said, Milan could have scored 6 or 7. Where was the defense? Like the defense in the third goal against Leao looked like amateurs. I'm sorry. He deked half a defense all by himself. Skriniar, De Vrij, and I don't know who else was there. 3 guys in one shot. They were all gone. So too easy to blame Mandanovic. Inzaghi has to take the criticism. He has to figure a way to better this defense, better that midfield. Barella yesterday, guys, was disgusting. Like, disgusting. Skriniar, he stayed, but you could see head not necessarily there. He hasn't had the best first 5 games, guys. Against Lazio, they took 3 goals. Against Milan, they took 3 goals. And then Allegri, with his 3 draws and 2 wins, he says, oh, it's the la quinta partita utile di questo campionato. It means, you know what, it's the 5th game, we get a point. So what? You have 3 draws. You haven't played against any of the big teams yet. What are you going to do? Guys, come on. Like, I can't stand these coaches. Anyways, we'll see what the Roma does this afternoon. In the meantime, Napoli, Milan are tied for first. Let me know what you think, guys. Am I overreacting? Like, am I taking too much? That, yes, I'm a Milan fan, but is it wrong for me to think that these coaches, Allegri, Inzaghi, have to take responsibility? They have to make their team play better. Juventus bought so many players this year of caliber, like Di Maria. Yes, Pogba is missing. Yes, Chiesa is missing. But that doesn't mean that the other players that you have suck. You have Kostic, you have Di Maria on the wing. You still have Vlahovic. Your midfield is horrible. What do you want me to do? You didn't buy anybody else. You only took Pogba, who got injured, and you took Paredes, who was honestly not the best looking yesterday. And fine, understanding that it was his first game. He hasn't played in like 2 years. understandable, right? I think he even gave the penalty against Jovic. So we'll see, guys. But honestly, if that's their mentality, you're not going to win this season. And Bayern is coming on Tuesday for Inter. And if he doesn't fix something, they will eat 9 goals by Bayern Munich on Tuesday. And I will be laughing all the way, Tuesday or Wednesday, I think. And I'll be laughing. Because they will eat 9 goals from Bayern Munich. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments. Like and subscribe. As usual, we want and need your support.